Denise Kopesky with Texan Renew Hearing Center. Today we're going to talk about, is your hearing at risk, and what are some tips you can do to protect your hearing. So a lot of times people will ask, is hearing loss preventable? Since there are several different types of hearing loss, but one that's very common is noise-induced hearing loss, we're going to talk about ways that you can actually protect your hearing before you lose it. And so the obvious one would be of wear hearing protection when you're going to be around noisy things. A lot of people don't realize doing things as simple as mowing your yard, weed eating, working in the garage with different power tools. Those are levels of sound that are actually dangerous enough that being exposed for more than 5 to 15 minutes could cause permanent hearing damage. So anytime we're going to be doing something loud, we're going to want to either put in earplugs or ear muffs to cover our ears to protect them from being damaged. And another tip that you can do whenever we're using our headphones or earbuds or AirPods, which are ever so popular now, turn down the volume. Doesn't necessarily need of being to full blast, so of staying halfway or 3/4 of the way, just to protect our hearing health. Even watching television or listening to the radio without wearing headphones should not be having the volume more than halfway of turned up. Every different TV and radio has different regulators of a score system of how loud it is. So sometimes we'll have people say, well, I listen to it all the way up at 50, and 50 is the max for them. So want to be no more than halfway up of that TV setting, regardless of whether it's a scale from 1 to 10 or 1 to 100. You don't want to be more than halfway up on your television or radio. This may sound crazy and you've heard it before. Stop using cotton swabs or Q-tips. Q-tips and cotton swabs are actually made for cleaning the outer part of your ear where you have all of the creases around it. So it should not be something that we are going and poking in our ear all the way. That can impact wax to where it can push up to the eardrum and cause physical damage. Or you can actually push a cotton swab through the eardrum as well. That for sure is going to cause some permanent hearing damage whenever we're actually damaging the eardrum. Another thing that people don't realize that they can do to help with preventing their hearing loss is taking your medication as directed. So octotoxicity is something that is being found more and more of causing hearing loss. So there are certain medications that can cause both ringing in the ears as well as permanent hearing loss, and especially if we are abusing those medications and taking more than what the suggested dose should be. If ever you have any side effects with starting a new medication, do talk to your medical provider to see if it is a possible side effect, as well as your pharmacist. They can sometimes know if there is interactions that can happen between 2 or more medications to cause ringing in your ears or of causing permanent hearing loss. Another thing you can do to help with protecting your ears and your hearing is keeping your ears dry. So things like swimmer's ear or of having a lot of moisture and sweat in your ears can cause fungal infections. Any type of infection can lead to permanent hearing loss. So of keeping your ears dry after doing, swimming and activities where we are getting a lot of water in our ears. Something that can still help your ears of protecting them, get up and move. So of keeping our blood flowing and cardiovascular system healthy, it's actually nerves that are in our ears. So the more active we are, the longer we're active, the more that's going to help of keeping the nerves in your ears stimulated as long as possible. Also, we want to manage our stress levels. The more stressed you are, the more it can tense up all the different systems in your body, including your ears. So whenever we're doing things that can help lower stress, you can help of protecting your hearing last for years. And the last thing that we can do to help with protecting our hearing, get regular checkups. Some people think, well, there's nothing wrong with me, so I don't need to go to the doctor. It is good for going annually for having your annual physicals, as well as having your eyes, ears, and teeth checked. We don't want to neglect any of the parts of our body because it does make up who is you. And so whenever we're neglecting a part, we can sometimes miss of little warning signs that have been there for a while. Again, I'm Denise Kopeski with Texan Renew Hearing Center, and these are some healthy tips for how to protect your hearing. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below or subscribe for some more healthy ways to keep your ears active.